Okay, this is the second video in the documentation for TiddlyJournal, and this is the first one where we're actually going to be looking at the program itself. So to start off, um, how do you find the documentation? Uh, this thing that you're either watching or reading. Um, if you lose it, if you close down, because I can click this close button and it's gone. So how do you find it again? There's two options, both of which involve opening the sidebar. First option is you click this question mark here, and it will return exactly how you left it. If you go to settings, alternatively, then the welcome documentation is down here as well. And the benefit of doing it like this is that you can have another note open on the side here whilst you read or watch the documentation. Um, the next thing to be aware of is how to save the TiddlyJournal, because it's currently running in a browser, and the reason for that is so that um, anyone can access it. I can send it to any number of people. But it means, of course, you can't save that version. In order to save it, you click the floppy disk or hit Control S, and it will download a copy to your computer. And this is your personal copy, which you can do whatever you like with. So if I do that right now, hit Control S, it is now wanting me to save it to my downloads as journal.html, and I can do that. Now, if I open that up, I have my very own version of it, and I can edit this to my heart's content, and it's not going to mess up what's online for everyone else. The problem with this is that whenever you save it, it's going to create another file. So it's going to create, in this case, journal1.html, journal2.html, journal3.html, because that's simply what the save button does. You can get around this in a few ways, but my preferred way is using a program called Tiddly Desktop. I'm not going to put any documentation of how to use that here because you can quite easily find it online. I'm sure there's some on the Tiddly Desktop website. But basically, it's an application which you can run on your computer, and you can tell it the name of the TiddlyWiki you want to run, in this case it'll be journal.html, and then it will keep track of all the saving for you. And so every time you save it, rather than creating a new file and go into your downloads and doing anything like that, it will simply put it into another folder. And every time you open it using Tiddly Desktop, it will open the most recent version for you. So that takes care of all the saving for you. And that's pretty well all I have to say. So this is all the sort of the basic information about uh, using and navigating TiddlyJournal, and making sure you don't get stuck at any point with things not saving or not being able to see any more documentation. So now that we've done that, we can get on to some actual features